10 years of Atheist Republic on Facebook and Twitter. Yay!
Woo!
So, this was kind of fun recently, and it was a few weeks ago, but we had, so last news is always Atheist Republic news. And I would have covered this sooner because it happened like what, a week and a half ago or so. But you know, we had more dramatic pressing news to cover. But I also just wanted to take a moment to celebrate this. So next year will be Atheist Republic's 10-year anniversary as an actual entity, specifically in Canada. And then our US entity is newer, much newer. But before, you know, we were a big boy entity. You know, we were just a social network for people. And before Twitter and Facebook, it was, I can never say it right. It's Okert, right? Is that how you say it?
Orkut.
Thank you. I can never say it right.
Okay.
But yeah, I just thought it was cool. So in the 10 years since Atheist Republic has been on Facebook, it is now the largest atheist page in the world with almost 2.5 million members. I think our Twitter page is also the largest atheist Twitter page, potentially. We have, I believe, over 130,000 followers there. We've grown quite a lot on Twitter recently within the past year. And
really?
I think it's very exciting.
How many are we on Instagram?
Oh, at least 120,000. Let me double check. But I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate, you know, kind of the origins of our community. Oh my gosh, we have 135,000 on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Goal for the next 10 years is to be wiped out of every single one of these platforms.
Oh, shut up. The rate things are going.
But where do you think we're going to be in 10 years?
No,
what do you think we're going
to take it to the moon?
The moon. 10 years from now, where are we? So year 20. So this is year 10. Year 20. Where are we at?
On which platform? I'm going to tell you. Facebook? Oh, go for it.
No, overall, no. What are we doing 20 years from now? We have hopefully gotten more resources from our art so that we could do some serious plans that that Suze has for human rights issues, right? There are some plans that we have, I mean, Susie has, for us to do human rights related stuff that we can't afford, right? We don't have the resources for. But if we keep growing on Patreon with our art project, I'm hoping like within a decade or so, we will become a serious, defender of, ex-Muslims,
non-believers in general.
Ex-Muslims and atheists around the world somehow. But like without like wasting money, like we're gonna be very, very efficient about it. So we're gonna see what we can do, right? Anyway, to be able to do that, by the way, I'm hoping that we could pick it up our art projects to, if we could afford it, to at some point to make full-on animation with our art and use that as a way to fund legal actions. I don't know, figure out what to do. But we already have like a lot of other organizations to model ourselves after and pick and choose for the best practices of different organizations and to make our own unique way of fighting for atheists around the globe. But so that's our plan.
Wait, Mega Leech had a funny question or statement. He said, next 10-year goal, banned in 20 countries.
Yes.
Well, speaking of animations, can you play the little animation that I made? Just because I was very proud of myself.
Oh yeah.
It's not that exciting, but I liked it. Yay! There we go.
Oh, that's cute.
So, So
good. That's
good. Highlight, you know, more of what we do, because a lot of people think, oh, you guys are just a YouTube channel. Oh, you guys are just a Facebook page. Oh, I didn't even know you did this. We have so much of our community. We have a community on YouTube. We have our community on Facebook. We have our community on Twitter. Basically every platform, Discord, etc. We also have a forum that's built into our actual website if you guys want to check that out. But we also have over 150 local consulates, we call them, or local groups to meet atheists in your area across the world in 72 different countries. So if you would like to find our presence in your area or the next biggest city in your area, go to atheistrepublic.com/consulates to, you know, find your AR community near you. That was a very important part of the growth of our organization, because, you know, we had our Facebook page growing, and a lot of people were like, I actually can't really interact with the public Facebook page publicly because it's not safe for me. So then that kind of created the foundation of our private group, which is one of the largest atheist private groups on Facebook. If you want to find our international group, which has I believe over 82,000 people. You can also find that on the atheistrepublic.com/consulates, and then it's under drop down. You do a little drop down and it's under international groups. But then people were like, you know, this international group is a lot of fun. I get to meet people from around the world, but for some people, not everyone, you can't beat in-person connection. They want to be able to find people actually in their community. And that was kind of the birth of a lot of the local groups. And it's just expanded out outward from there. In fact, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, we actually have a dating community as well, also under the international tab on the same URL.
Where can people find all of this, by the way? All of this stuff that we created?
On atheistrepublic.com.
atheistrepublic.com. Go check it out. All of the local consulates, if you want to find atheists near you, if you want to find, like, can they find the dating consulate also on our website?
Yeah, like I said, atheistrepublic.com/consulates, and then we have drop-down menus for the different areas, but for the dating, that is under the international groups, which is at the very top of the page.
Okay, so the dating group is under so atheistrepublic.com or you could just search on, you know, your browser, atheistrepublic.com, Atheist Republic consulates. The first result will be the consulates, and then under the international section of it, you can see the dating one. And then we have, like, if you don't like Facebook, we have our own, as Susie mentioned, our own website. We have books there, books that we published on our own website. Guys, we do a lot of things. Like, people don't know. Like, we have a lot. We have a lot of. We have our own news team. We have our own, you know, communities, local communities. We publish books. We're making art now.
Resources if you're seeking asylum.
Yes, yes. So yeah, and also, by the way, our Persian channel is growing as well. So we should talk about that
next week. Shh.
Oh, okay, next week. Shh. Okay, sorry. Right.
All
right.
And go check out our website. There's so much that we do there. I personally love it if you guys submit fan signs. So across our social media, you'll often see pictures of people holding up a sign celebrating Atheist Republic or proudly declaring their atheism. You can submit your fan sign. You don't have to include your face. If you're not in an area where it's safe, you can just maybe say your location, like country, not specifically. And but again, you know, safety first. Make that decision for yourself. And we have merchandise if you're like that. If you want to rep the squad, represent the world's largest international atheist organization, and we're taking Atheist Republic to the moon, man. If you are interested in our Blasphemous Art project, you can check that out at blasphemousart.com, and either in the description below here or on blasphemousart.com, you can subscribe to our newsletter, where you will get all our Blasphemous Art for free, sent straight to your inbox. So I really encourage that. And if you like it so much and you want to see the naughty version, you can support us on Patreon. But I also want to emphasize that, one, you can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You also get the benefits of getting your questions during our, Ask Us Anything or Ask an Atheist. You get priority in asking your questions. You can do it for as little as $1 a month. Also, if you're not really interested in an ongoing subscription, we have other ways that you can donate. Those are in the description, such as just like maybe you want to throw some change on PayPal. But also importantly, Armin and I always emphasize that do not support us financially if you are struggling financially. We really stress that it is important in our community that you take care of yourself first. That's what we would want. So with that in mind, subscribe to our newsletter, because that is our way that we can always keep track of you in case we are not on these platforms in 10 years.
Yes. So support us financially only if you are not struggling. But if you are struggling, you can still support us by just sharing our content. Okay?
Yes.
That's free. Just like this video. That's doesn't cost you anything other than half a second, and it helps us. So please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button, all the things. Do it. Do all the things. Just have the spasm on all the buttons below the video. Okay?
I'm gonna give one more plug.
Yeah, go
ahead. I am so happy and proud to be the leader of this organization. And I think it's awesome that it's in our mission to first and foremost provide a community for atheists to express their non-belief. And for a lot of people, they can only do that online, And so that's why so much of what we do is online oriented. But that's not our only mission, right? Like, we want a safe space for atheists to talk about what they're going through, share their experiences, know that they're not alone, and have the support that's necessary for them to have that sense of belonging that is just so important to us as social creatures. But we want to do more than just providing a community, right? We actually want to try to change attitudes that makes people's environment around them more beneficial, like promoting secularism, promoting Enlightenment values, promoting free expression, and so many other, fighting dogma, and that comes in many different forms. And that's part of why we do this news show, for example, because it gives us the opportunity to emphasize those things, talk about difficult topics, and possibly provide people with an alternative of thinking about difficult things that might point them towards a more compassionate, thoughtful, and nuanced way of approaching really sticky intergroup, conflicts. But that was my mushy little speech.
Honestly, things have got so much better since Susanna has joined. She literally saved the Atheist Republic. No, that's true. Music Guy is saying in 10 years, Susie will be full-time as CEO. In 10 years? Nobody talk. What do you mean, let's hope? In 1 year? 10 years? Jesus. Guys, get us.
It doesn't say that we will only achieve it after 10 years. Just by that mark, it will have already happened.
Guys, help us make Susanna a full-time CEO. If we get to 1,000 patrons, then Susie will be able to become a full-time CEO, and then we will literally go to the moon, okay? Because with Susanna doing this full-time, it would be amazing, okay?
I'm going to talk to whichever one of these billionaires is taking us to lunar orbit, okay, and make sure that we get this logo and print it on the freaking moon. But only after we have liberated the world, okay? The moon is after that.
Yes, atheist rights in the moon. Anyways, guys, thank you for your support. Thank you for all the love in the live chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And here's to another 10 years.
Yay!
Thank you. And bye.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. Link in the description below. because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we're so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe. Link in the description below.